Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome to the live. My name is Marian E. King, owner of Empty Nest LLC, doing business in the capacity that you see me in, but you're going to see me in much more. Empty Nest Logistics. Um, I am an entrepreneur. One of the services that I offer is independent dispatching, and I not only offer it, I also do it every single day. All right. So I wanted to come today to talk to you all about, as you see the title, a venture that I'm going to be teaching and giving you the blueprint, excuse me, to on July, let me not lie, July, Saturday, July the 16th. Saturday, July the 16th. Um, I wanted to come on and talk more about it. You all see, I've been a lot more quiet. I've been putting it together. It is not easy. If I do not respond to you all immediately, just understand there's some things that I want to say first, and then we will get into it. Um, so I wanted to, come on and talk to you all. I came on last week with a couple of things, and I wanted to come back on this week with a few more. Everything that I say on these videos that is informing and preparing you, I will be preparing, excuse me, information and flyers to post. But I like to come on and talk to my community first, share, spread the word. Um, so let me talk a little bit about this venture, and then I'll get into more of the specifics. So I am getting questions asking, excuse me, do you need to have experience? This is a venture that is going to be offered in three different ways to you. So way one is if you just want to offer this as a service. So that means you already, have a business, and you just want to add this portion. There is a tier for that. And that just means that you will be getting the information that you need to add this as a service, but not all of the things that will be provided for those who want to have this as a full independent service. It will still be good for you. The information will still work. It still will yield you results as you work it. You all will hear me say as you work it very often because work is required. There is nothing that you're going to do in life, and especially in entrepreneurship, that does not require work. There is no easy, there is no quick, there is, you can throw money at it, but somebody's going to have to do the work, and you're not going to yield quick results. This is important information. This is important. For those of you who have been following me, you know I have always been upfront, honest, and transparent. Um, it's a must. It's the only way that I move. So, with that said, please know that and understand that. Um, so that'll be tier one. You will get the information that you need to just do this as a service. Nothing more, but just really good. Okay. And then the next tier, which will be tier two, is if you want to do this, add this as a service as well as make it an independent venture. Okay. And in there, I'll talk a little bit more about that. I'm going to be taking questions and answers in a minute as well, because I know y'all want to know, and there's a lot going on with this. And I'm going to tell you all why I'm doing this and everything. So, tier two, you want to add this as a business. Okay, you want to come in, you want to do this, you already have a business, and you're going to add this to it. You will get that information along with some leads that'll be provided with you, along with a membership option. And again, I'll get more into it in coaching opportunity. And then tier three is going to be all of the things, okay? Adding this as a complete business, more than likely separate, and you'll be shown how, not only to do it, provided leads, provided 30-day coaching, provided all of the information needed to make this an entire business venture, along with leadership, understanding if you do not know it, how to employ, when to employ. So now that I've said that about the 3 tiers, I know somebody's going to ask about the pricing. Please do. As soon as I open up QA, I'm going to answer everything that I can. If I cannot, I will let you know that this information will be provided at the time of and when you get ready to make your decisions. But I'm going to tell you all the information today that I can. So with that said, you all know that I come from corporate. 27 years. I started as just a walk-in employee, just what do you call it, in entry level, probably below entry level. Just came in sales. In sales, and I'm talking about the sales where everything was commission based. You got the script. As a matter of fact, let me tell you. So my first job, I was working at Hardee's. Let me give you a little background. Let me tell you what qualifies me to be able to teach you all how to effectively have a cold calling, lead generating, dot and more business. Because if you know me, first of all, I'm not going to say everything out here. I'm going to give you everything that's foundational and functional and let you know what you're going to get. But in that space, y'all know I'm a full-on wild card. Please know that. Okay. So I was working at my first job was at Crystal's. I wasn't on the mic or anything at Crystal's. I was just cleaning up the dining room, filling up the pickles and the ice. All right. And then my next job that I got was at a place called Hardee's. Some of you might have it in your area. You might know what that is. All right. Oh, look, we went from 100 people to 14, but that's okay because that's what I want. I want those who want to be and need to know to be here. All right. So good afternoon for those of you all who just popping in. All right. So when I worked at Hardee's, I worked at the drive-thru, and you could not tell me that that was not the ultimate job, honey. And I worked that job and that drive-thru as if I was Fortune 500. So what happened is I was at the drive-thru one day and I said, thank you for choosing. How can I help you today? And the person proceeded to say, good morning. You're really revived and refreshed this morning, and this is what I'd like. And you run through it. But I always had a little oomph on it. All right. Is there anything else that I can add to it? Is there anything else that you will not? Do you want to upsell it for 70 cents? I took it. You couldn't tell me I was not in corporate. So when she drove around, she was of Caucasian descent. And of course, I had on my best, Yale voice. So when she came around, she asked to speak to the person that she was speaking to in the window, on the speaker. So I let her know that it was me, and she told me I needed to come see her, that this was going to be my last day working at this job. And I was like, listen, I don't live at home. I got bills to pay. I don't really have time to be playing, these kind of games. So she said, come and see her that afternoon. I said, well, let me tell you something. I don't get paid until Friday, and I take the bus. Okay. I'm like 19 years old, 18. And, I take the bus. So she, did what needed to be done. I ain't gonna, put it all out there, but I got the bus pass and I was on International Drive. I'm from Orlando, Florida. I was on International Drive that afternoon. She hired me in what they called at the time PBX. So PBX is just the operators that answer the phones at the hotels. Thank you for calling these people's hotel. How can I help you? Can you transfer me to room 2214? Okay, so I did that. I worked overnight, so I didn't have to worry about what's happening in Orlando. I didn't have to worry about anything. I worked 11 to 7. So I caught the bus to where I needed to be, and then the bus was available for me early in the morning. So I didn't have to worry about getting off, the 3 to 11 and the 5 to 1 and all that. I couldn't do it because it was too early for the bus, and then the 3 to 11 would be too late for me to get the last bus. And if you out of Orlando, you got to get that 8 and that 40. You got to get off International Drive and you got to get to the trail. And at the time, I was living on a road called Rio Grande. All right, Florida, Orlando, holla. Hello. Okay. So anyway, that was my starting point. And I worked that and I worked my way up until I was doing the front desk. Okay. And then after that, I just been service-based ever since. Okay. service-based ever since. I worked that, and then I got into, I went over to medical, and I started working at a place called McKesson, and that's where it really kind of blew up. And then after that, I worked at Comcast, and I worked at State Farm, in different places. But in those places and in those roles, like I said, I walked in off the street, very much so. Actually, before I got to Rio Grande was grand, gas man. I came from Pokemon, Ivy Lane Projects. Okay. Well, before that, we lived in Beirut. So if you're from Orlando, you know that these places from Beirut. My daddy lived off 20th and Lee. Okay, the hood, the trail. Okay, the Trailblazers. So, oh, late man, come on, come on. You see? So yes, they do. And the reason you all that I'm giving you this because I want you to know and see that you don't have to come from much, and you don't have to have a doctorate, a degree, even a diploma. But when there's a gift in you and it's cultivated correctly, you can do what needs to be done. So as I moved up, quote unquote, in the ranks, okay, and I used to live in Crossroads myself. You That's right. Hey man, keep on talking. So as I got into those spaces, I worked, and I was always, at it. So, I got seen, hey, would you like to be a lead? Would you like, yes, okay, come on. Would you, hey, you're doing a great job. You always help out the people next to you. Do you want to be a assistant? Do you want to be a supervisor? And I moved up in those things until ultimately I got into training. And when I got into that space, I knew that was what I wanted to do. So you all know, if you ever been a trainer or you've worked in a certain capacity at certain places, when you are a trainer, your I guess you call it in your downtime, when there's not a training class available, you do, put things together, upgrade things, study the analytics, but also one of your tasks is recruiting. So you'll help out HR with the recruiting. So basically, the trainer is also the person who decides who's going to be hired. These are all things that I learned and all things that I'm going to teach you all over time. Can't overwhelm you with it because there's steps. So I say, hey, one way to show people and get them to hear you and invest in themselves is to show them a way to make money. Okay. And once we start here, we can grow into the leadership and the recruiting and we can get there. But we got to start in a place that gives you access to make money. So I say, hey, we're going to start here, and people are going to start these cold calling businesses. Okay. And I'm going to give the blueprint because I, for one, love the phones. I love cold calling. I love income. I love everything about that. But I was also the person that was in quality that said, you're not going to speak this way. This is not effective. I was also the person that when I got some of this training material, I said, who created this? This is not realistic. This is not how it moves. I am the person, little old me, I didn't even have no diploma at the time. Okay, I was the person that the people from China that runs the places. I won't say the names, but I worked at a couple of companies where Japan owned the copy machine businesses. And those people would come and see me and talk to me and have their translator sitting there. Okay, because I'm making such an impact or doing so many changes that is bringing them so much more money that now they want to pick my brain. Now, at the time, I don't have any idea that my gift is being pimped. I just feel like, oh, okay, they're giving me a little compensation. They're giving me a little $2-3 more, an hour, or my salary is increasing a couple thousand, but they're increasing a couple million, coming over into from off of. All right. So for 27 years, I did that in all those capacities. And then I decided that it was over. Okay. I have given all that I had to give, but I didn't realize at the time when I was griping and moaning on those people's jobs, I was in a 27-year interview that prepared me for such a time as this. All right. So I entered into the transportation industry by way of independent dispatching. I knew I wanted to be involved in the transportation industry. I knew I wanted to be involved in teaching people how to run businesses and leadership opportunities, period. And I realized that, it was very necessary when I got into this role because in the transportation role, in admin transportation role, that's what I call it. That's independent dispatching, new brokers, and new transportation business owners, new truck drivers who's starting their own businesses. I realized very quickly that let's start here in the independent dispatching space. This is the one of the most cost-effective spaces to enter. Cost-effective, I try to use that word, but it's cheap. The cheapest place to enter into the transportation industry. Also, there's a lot of people out here who is pushing the narrative of it's a $900 billion industry. They got all of these courses and say that the dispatcher is this and that, and you're gonna live so lavishly, and look at all of the trucks that I have, and look at how I'm living and all that. But it's not the reality. I come from the place of I moved in my business the same place I moved in life. I literally started from the bottom, researching information, being turned away from many of your favorites. Because I'm going to tell you one thing about people that know that you have a gift and know that there's something in you that's going to make an impact. They can sometimes see it before you. And they didn't want to be fooled up with me. They didn't want to give me no help. They don't want to give me no answers. They don't want to do any of that, no matter how much I offered to pay, which was a blessing for me. So I was out here pretty much on my own. So I started getting online and I just started documenting my process. Like, hey, how y'all doing? Listen, I see people out here saying that, you're going to be making all this money, and it's a lie. They said it's going to be easy to get carriers. It's a lie. So I started speaking on the truth and my reality, and also implementing what I had done. So in those roles, when you are a trainer and you are in QA and you're in certain roles, you have to look at the data. You got to look at the analytics. What is working? How is this working? Should this be scripted? Should this be conversational? These are things that come natural to me, and they're also in things that I implemented in these people's established programs. So I ultimately ended up restructuring some of these companies' training situations, and also creating SOPs. SOPs are standard operating procedures. Not because I was just so brilliant, which I appreciate that I probably am. But I am a person that I write down everything. If that didn't work, I scratch and I write. So that's how I ultimately created and changed the people's stuff up. I implemented what I felt would work, and I also came from the employee seat. That makes a difference. It's different when you got your degree and they bring you in on a management position, or they bring you straight into these big roles, and you have to ask the employee what to do. Who's being alone? What do I do? How do I assist? How do I? So, I took all those things. So I just started watching. And so I said, okay, what's happening is, all right, the people that are out here selling these courses, they are reaching the hood. Okay, we're going to speak to it how it needs to be spoken to. They are appealing to those that are sitting, whether they are in the project, okay, or whether they are on a job that they just barely making it, okay. They making a little bit more, not to be able to be in income-based housings, but barely making it, okay. That's who they're reaching. Let's just say that. So when they come on here and they say, hey, I am the greatest, and here's what I'm doing, and give me your $500, $600, $1,200. What we doing? We saving it up. We robbing Peter to pay Paul. We don't pay the light bill because we're sitting watching somebody tell us, as soon as we make this investment, we're going to be rich. And we done set up and we done plotted. Because we do. We have plotted on, I'm going to get this new car. I'm going to pay my rent up. I'm going to get this car note. I'm going to be able to pay it. We don't think that, maybe I should clean up my credit. Maybe I should do something or have something that's going to get me longevity. We are listening to and going into this fantasy world. And I'm going to tell you something that people don't, tell us. And this is what separates me too. My reality also helps me bring and give you the real reality. I am the person that's going to come on here and say, don't run down there getting that LLC. I'm the person that's going to say, even if you get that LLC, don't run to that and quit them people's job, because it's not a quick return. It's not easy. It is not. And these are going to be some of the things that I'm going to be teaching in my community too. Okay. Empty nest is coming. Okay. But anyway, So I was doing that. I was doing it because I like to move and operate from experience and application. You all, if I am not um responding right now, I'm speaking. So in momentarily, I will get to your questions and I will focus on the screen. Sometimes I'll see a couple of things and I'll respond. But okay. So I started documenting my process by way of coming on here. I said, listen, I don't know who said we was going to get rich quick, but it's a lie. This is what's happening. This is how it's moving. When you get the carrier, when you, all of the things, right? So I said, okay, I'm going to document my process. So my first carrier, and I'm going to give y'all just brief things because there, I didn't need you to understand why we going and where we going. So let's go back to when I was working and I was in that space because I was those people. I was the person that was living in Crossroads. I was the person that was living with a roommate with 3 kids. I was the person that was like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I was the person that's, oh man, I got to get up here to McDonald's so I can get on this internet and talk to these people. Because I'm gonna tell you something: when you get in entrepreneurship, the money is not quick, the money is not easy, the return is not there at first. But the work, you got to work. And if you still have to be on them people job, let that job fund your dream. I don't know what's up with us and thinking that as soon as we get an LLC, we didn't even look into that first. We don't even know if our city, our state requires us to have an LLC or nothing. We just on here listening to people saying, go get your LLC. Okay. And what's happening is these people are popular, they're influential, and they are oftentimes the first people that we see. Because I will tell you right now, when I first got on these people internet and started looking, all of your favorites, all of the popular, that's who everybody was talking about. Discernment and research is real. That's why you all saw that I put a post last week or the week before. I said, go and research me. Go look me up. Go get in my business. Okay? Because I got it out there for you to see. Who is she? What is she doing? Who is she? She is Marian E. King. She is I, and I is she. She is someone who entered into this industry not having any idea about it, but she brought where she came from into this and made it work for her. She is someone who started with a box truck carrier with no CDL, a 24-foot box truck, okay? Who implemented, new authority, no MC, okay? I mean, no CDL. I decided that I would bring all of that with me. So I created what I call a plan of action. And I told this carrier, hey, in the first 90 days, it's going to be challenging to consistently keep you moving. I asked this people, do you have a cushion? Which means, are you in financial position to take care of everything you took care of before you got this and this? Okay. All of the things. Okay. That was in October of 2020. Okay. Here we are in June of 2022. And that owner, okay, because I was heavily responsible. That's why dispatchers are necessary. If we do right, they will succeed. We have 3 tractor trailers now, 2 refrigerators and a dry van. And in this season of everything that is going on, we are still yet thriving. Okay. Last week, we had almost $30,000 week. Okay. In here consistently, we have not dropped below 20,000. Okay. So we are feeling it, but let me tell you why. Not only the plan of action, I know whose I am. You see, I've been working with this man almost 3 years. I can't tell you right now today if you go to church. I can't tell you right now if you believe in God, but I believe. Okay. And the same things that I want for me and my business, I pray that over his. Okay. This is one of my foundations. But even if you don't subscribe to that sort of thing, if you create a plan of action, if you study, if you know what's going on with this industry, if you operate in the interview process that I put together, hit the link in my bio on that. You will know how to move. You will know how to go forth. You will know how to determine whether or not you should take these people on or you should leave them where they are. You have to set the expectation. Y'all see I got merch? Y'all see I got merch. I got the set the expectation t-shirts. Okay. I got the listen, educate, advocate t-shirts. But I just got to throw it in there because I have to remember to tell y'all that I have stuff. Okay. But anyway, so where I'm going now, why I'm on here now, trying to teach people how to start their own cold calling and lead generation services. Okay. Yes, I already talked about the 3 tiers. One, if you just want to add it as a service. Two, if you want to add it as a service, and have leads, and have, coaching and be a part of a network. And then the third tier is where you're going to add it, have it as an entire business. And I'm going to teach you how to do that business, how to run that business, how to employ people, how and some more stuff that I'm not going to say because this me. Okay. Yes, there's going to be an investment. So let's talk about that. The first thing y'all want to know, how much it's going to be. I will not say that in a public setting. Normally I would, but I'm doing something different. Okay, so I will tell you it's going to be between a 3 and 4-figure investment. Okay, 3 and 4-figure investment. All right. So let me tell y'all, talk to y'all about doing things a little differently. So many of you know I have a course. Okay. So y'all, about a month and some change ago, y'all remember I told y'all about the person that went and got the course and then did the dispute. For whatever reason, y'all know for the last few weeks I've been quiet because I told y'all I had to go into consecration. All right. For what this is that I'm doing. I had to not only go in my closet, I have also put this information and become disciplined to put all that I know into a PowerPoint presentation to be able to present the blueprint as it should be, right? So although I presented everything and that the person had taken the course and it was over halfway through it and everything, they still won. They still won. Okay. All right. We win some, we lose some. But let me tell you something. I could have been discouraged. I could have been hurt. I could have sprayed them all over these people's internet. But let me tell you what happened. All right. Because see, for y'all who've been following me, y'all know my heart big. It's real big. So big that it has cost me a lot, especially money. So I'm changing platforms. Okay. I'm also going to have everything set up through Shopify, which has ironclad things that will protect me from that. But let me tell you what happened. So I got a message from somebody and they said, hey, you've been on my heart. And I want to tell you something, sometimes don't let your big heart, something along the lines of keep you from operating in your worth. Your nickel and diamond days are over. Stop being afraid to charge your worth and operate in that. You have done enough out here, to sum it up. Okay. I thought it was enough to brighten my day. So I decided to jump out and just willy-nilly apply for something in business credit. Because I think I've been telling y'all, but maybe I haven't. But my business credit is I got one score that's like 96. I don't know what they mean. Okay. And I got another one that's like a 68. It's like some kind of score. So I just willy-nilly apply for a business credit card. I said, I'm going to apply. But if it asks me for my social, I'm going to leave it alone. So I applied with my EIN and with my DUNS number. Okay. One of them got approved for 5 figures. Other one got approved. For 4 figures. Other got approved for 5 figures. So I ain't worried about nothing. Okay. I'm moving in confidence now because my cost-effective area, this is something totally different. These I applied on these just off a whim. I never heard of them. But anyway, what I'm saying is my cost-effective section is secure. Out of 100, you had a 96 in me. Okay. And YOLO, I don't even know how I got it. Y'all, I'm not credit. I'm credit ignorant. Okay. For the first time in my life, I got my first credit card this year in my personal. I'm not really sure how it's happening, but I've just start keeping up with my bills and stuff. But I'm gonna learn more because y'all gonna learn more. Anyway, I done got sidetracked. But what I'm saying is, I could have been down. I could have been under. I could have gone back to a space, where I just shut down like I did last year. And so after so much taken, anyway, my cost-effective cap has been met. All right. So my cost effective things cap out at $499. That's it. It's all things dispatching. It is now time for me to present you all with more Marian E. King. Okay. No, I'm not going to be on here talking about no, get y'all no Turo, okay, and get y'all an Airbnb and get, no. That's not what I'm saying. I am a businesswoman who has a lot of information from out of corporate. Okay. I'm going to implement that because one of the things that I realized when I entered into this space is everybody is telling people to get an LLC. Everybody is telling people that they can have their own business, but nobody is teaching people how to run business. Nobody is teaching people leadership skills. So when I go back and I tell you that I'm somebody that came out of the project and came out of low income and came out of, you know what I'm saying? My route through corporate America was the blueprint from my life, from something to nothing, from starting point to a successful space, entering into corporate America as somebody with no diploma and no nothing, but there was a gift that was in me that allowed me to go and have favor in spaces, okay, where PhDs couldn't even reach. If you on that playing field right there, we know that to be favor. Okay, but that kind of favor only comes through faith because I had already believed it even when I couldn't see it. Okay, so entering in through that space, I took those lessons and I'm implementing it into my entrepreneurial space because there's so many of us sitting at home and on welfare and collecting all of these coins from the government for all of these children that we have. And then guess what we have? We have our neighbor who listening to the scheme up, who listening to the, so they say, girl, get your LLC, right? And then, you don't got to worry about it. You work under the table. Well, first of all, when you got the LLC, all right, let's talk about the 3-letter bandits that we don't want to have any problems with. All right, let's be clear. Okay. When you start that LLC, okay, you playing government games now. You playing with the folks. That LLC causes you to get that EIN, which is the IRS. Okay. And if you don't do right with these things, the FBI gonna be on your ASS. Huh? Okay. All right. LLC, EIN, IRS. Don't do right, FBI on your ASS. Huh? It is also very noticeable that there are people who don't have customer service skills. You just don't. There isn't anything wrong with that. You just don't. So what happens is you may have something that is outstanding, but your service is horrible. So when somebody has a complaint because you taking the money, okay, and you practice, let's be real. We got to stay in the spirit of real. Let me tell you when a lot of you started this, okay? You were selling Girl Scout cookies, because you got it from your mom. You're selling the Girl Scout cookies. You collect the money for the Girl Scout cookies first, all right? Then the cookies come in and the people want their product. Well, if you had a mama something like some of ours, they had you out here on every block collecting that money. And they was buying their cigarettes and paying their bills and everything for the money, right? Then when the cookies supposed to have came in and people start emailing and calling and they want their stuff, you cussing them out and acting a fool with them. Or you have a product or service and you over here bootleg pre-selling, all right? So you got the pre-sale going. Am I right about it? People send their money in, but then after a while, they haven't gotten their product. Or they paid good money for their product, huh? Good money for the product and the item that you showed them, but they received the China 50-cent flimsy items. So now they're blasting you on social media. And instead of you correcting that, because they got to social media because they reached out to you, they said, hey, I purchased something, but this is not what was on the picture. This is not the quality. And you ignored them and you blocked them. So when they took to social media, what did you do? You got under their social media and cussed them out and said, you fat-footed heifer, you knew you couldn't wear that when you got it. I sent you what you, service. Service. See, there's a difference between the customer always being right, all right, and customer service. These are things that I am strong at. So I'm going to teach my community that we are not only going to be able to have businesses, we are going to run those businesses the way they should be run, because we are living in a time, okay, where choices is just a word, because we don't really have them. Okay, I come from the time where I needed that job. I needed it, and I had to take that mess that the people were saying. I had to take what they were giving me because I did not know I had an option. Okay, we're living in times now where the options are being taken more away more and more every day. You know, I have so many that are in the inbox saying, hey, these people want me to come back to the building, but they want me to do something with my body that I don't want to do. And they want, well, here I am. Okay, here I am. Because what I'm not here to do is tell you you don't have to go back. I'm not here to say I have something that I'm going to offer you that is going to change your life and the money is going to come immediately. Listen, I'm a believer, but I'm no fool. I know that work is involved, but I am honest with you. There is going to be 3 tiers of investment. Those 3 tiers are going to range from 3 to 4. Um, you know what I'm saying? Figure options. I'm telling you that. I'm telling you also that I'm going to provide you with the tools that you need, but the work is on you. I'm also telling you that they're in certain one of the tiers that will be provided assistance as needed for 30 days. I'm telling you that now. The reason that I'm so upfront with you all is because my nerves get bad with broken promises. My nerves get bad with peekaboo and fool you information. My nerves get bad when I get my mouth tuned for a particular flavor and the Popeyes is out of chicken. Okay? So I'm not here to get you all excited and bucked up and then I drop boom and oh man, nah, I can't afford that. What's she doing? How's she doing? No, no, no. You know now. You know now. I've never been, none of that. So I'm starting here because I feel like this section, this area, okay, is the most necessary. It is a place and a space where you can have an entire business that'll do a couple of things: provide you with options, allow you to help others in options, and bring money back here. The states, our communities, us. Because cold calling is one of the most hated tasks in any business. The most hated. Okay? And I am going to show you how to make that lucrative for you. I'm going to show you what you need at a basic level that will still be profitable for you if you work it. If you work it, I'm going to show you at a mid level that is going to provide you still all of that information with a couple more perks to it in this area right here. And then I'm going to provide you with the ultimate, which I ain't even, I get too turned, so I have to watch myself because I get to talking. So I wanted to come on because although I am working and I have been quiet, I need you all to know what's going on. I need you to be able to prepare yourself. I need for those who are continuously inboxing me, asking me how you can apply, to understand that when you see the word invest, okay, that I want you to understand that that means money is going to be involved. I need for those who are inboxing who have not done anything for themselves. When I start hiring, you need not apply. You need not apply because there is no reason that you should be singing the same song from 2020 and 2022 that I can't deal with, that I can't work with, because there are people out here who are ready. They are looking for what's for them. They are looking for what they can do and how they can do it and when they can do it. They are putting what they need to put together. They are aligning, because if you've been following me, I tell you, talk to your household before you look into, before you invest, before you do anything. Talk to your household. Okay, there's nothing worse than starting something, okay, and not giving the proper information to your household. I say household. Let me tell you why I say household. It's too many variables. It's people who got to answer to their kids. It's people who got to answer to their husbands. It's husbands who got to answer to their husbands. It's wives who got to answer. And that's at 2 minutes, too much talking for me. So I say talk to your household. And let me tell you what happens when you talk to your household with an understanding. See, this is why I give all the information. My husband, okay, see, I jumped out here in 2017 and started a business that I knew I really wasn't into, and my husband knew it wasn't for me. But I said, the Lord told me. He wasn't going to fight with the Lord. He wasn't going to fight with what the Lord said, okay? But the Lord had told me something, but I had took self and did the rest, all right? So needless to say, it was a failure. It was a failure, okay? Because there is no failure in God, but there is failure in man, okay? Talked about that before. So when I say talk to your household, and you all will notice that I am very mindful of family and household. I am a wife. I was not always a wife. I was a single mama longer than I've been a wife, all right? So I know. You get automated when you said the Lord. I love him like I do. So when I say that, because this gives an understanding to your household, your spouse, your children, everyone included. Because when you give the proper information to your household, and let's say they invest, or your spouse or whatever says, go ahead, your significant other, they need to understand it's not a quick return. Okay. It's not going to be easy. And this will also help with you done took that money and gave it to that lady, and you ain't making no money. You just sitting there. Ain't nobody saying yeah. Ain't nobody taking your stuff. Ain't nobody. It keep the rah-rah, because you still got to keep the peace in your household. Because when I log off, it's a wrap. I can pray and intercede on your behalf. But honey, if you got Ike standing over you. So this is why I'm honest with you all. I tell you what it is, what I'm doing, what it's going to be. Because if you have to have this conversation with anyone, you need to know all of the information. Because I can't go to my husband and say, hey, I want to drop $10,000 off over here. Okay, for okay, for because I am, and he can't come to me and say, hey, it's about $9,000 missing, out of the account. I had to take it for something, for something. I must be getting ready to see the keys to a car, a house, the kingdom. You got some explaining to do. And this is also, you all, going to be something that is very important with the involvement of my community. I'm not saying that people need to be answering to somebody, whatever. What I am saying is, if you make a decision followed up with an investment, and you later on don't, got something to answer to, I'm not giving it back. Okay? My days of being reneged on are done. My days of coming back and seeing chargebacks, they're done. Because you don't have to buy everything somebody is selling, and you don't have to be involved with everything. The community will have membership. Okay? So everything won't be for everybody. So you may just have your membership, for the announcements, for the lives, for get your questions answered, for the information to be in the know, all of those sort of things. And it's coming, it's coming, because we can't stay on Facebook, TikTok, them forever, because we log on to these platforms sometimes, and guess what? It don't even work. It doesn't even work. Okay. So for everybody who wants to take the dispatching course, because y'all know I'm weaning away from this conversation, because we have to start having more conversations, and we ultimately have to start having the broker conversation for those who are going to want to have it. But I tell you like this, those who gonna come to the cold calling, you ain't gonna worry about being no broker. Cause when I get through setting y'all right, you're gonna have a new name. And I'm gonna tell you what it is when we get over there. Um, so this is another thing that I'll say. When I teach you how to do this, I'm going to teach you how to do it. Yes, we may focus on the dispatching aspect because that's where we are, but the teaching will be for you to apply it anywhere you want to. And in one of those tiers, I'm going to show you specifically how to do what to do, how to find. You know, there's got to be some differential, some differences. Okay. I will also say this as well. I will this once this is completed, it will be my intellectual property. After 30 days, it will be available, and the pricing on that is going to go by the results of those people who are in who have the coaching part, well, who've done the businesses. Their results are going to dictate what this is going to be as a self-paced situation. Okay, I'm not quite sure what is happening. Rusk, I'm not sure if we're acquainted. I'm not quite sure what you're doing, what you're asking here. But if this is some kind of pitch, please explain what you're doing here, because I am a dispatcher as well, and I have my own things going. So help me understand what you're doing, so I don't take it wrong out of because right now it's looking like you're doing some kind of recruiting, and that may not be what you're doing. So can you explain to me what you're trying to accomplish under this in these comments? Um, okay, so I know y'all have questions. So let me do a rundown, and then I'm gonna look at the screen and open the floor. Well, actually, let me open the floor, and then anything that y'all don't ask that I have written, I'll answer. Okay, so for those who are here, this is about the cold calling lead generation business venture that I am about to show you how to do. Give you the blueprint. I can't say all that I'm going to give you because there's different tiers, and different tiers are going to get each thing. But actually, I will, and you'll just get what you get in the tiers. But some of the things that, well, all of the things is going to be the blueprint, is going to be all of the contracts that you're going to need, is going to be leads provided to get you started, is going to be, you know, how to find people, what to say to the people. It is going to be a whole PowerPoint presentation. Some of the things in the PowerPoint you will not get. Yes, you will receive this, okay, but you will not be able to reteach it, sell it, or anything like that because it is my intellectual property. Okay, all right. So if you have questions and you are interested in it, yes, I'll still answer some dispatcher questions. But if you want the course, please send me a message. You can send an email. As a matter of fact, anybody who wants the course and is ready to pay for it, let me tell you why I'm saying this before I get to the Q&A about the business. Y'all, there is nothing that grinds my gears harder than people under this post asking me 1,000 questions, which I don't mind answering, and then asking me for an invoice or asking me for the link to the course because they're ready to pay for it right now. And I do all that and get my virtual assistant to get you straight, or I handle you right here on live, and you don't purchase anything. Okay? The reason that it grinds my gears because right here I tell you it's $499. Are you ready to invest in that today? Do you want to pay that? Yes, yes, yes. Tell me where to go. Send me the link. I need it right now. I'm ready to pay right now. We don't have to lie to kick it. All right. So for those of you who have questions and concerns about the cold calling lead generating venture, okay, go. Y'all, I'm looking at Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. So I'll just circle it around, you know, and catch y'all. So go ahead with your questions. What I can answer now, I will. What I cannot, I will let you know that, and know where you'll be able to see and find all of that. Again, I am not trying to give. Uh, uh, it's enough out here for everybody, but I'm not about to help you. I've given enough on certain things. So let me go back also and scroll up. Was there any questions or concerns that I missed that people already wrote? If I have any moderators on TikTok, if y'all caught anything, can y'all repost it? Um, Let me just hit. Okay, so I'm going to assume that that one person that was on here, which I did kind of think was on some kind of recruiting mess, must have been because you didn't say anything back. See, I don't like that kind of stuff. Y'all see, she came right into my live trying to pitch. Let me tell you something. Do your thing, but do not let me do the leg work for 3 years. And you think you can just swoop in. Moderators, let me tell y'all this. Y'all do have the power to block and mute. All right. Send them to children's church. Okay. All right. So, any questions? If y'all don't have any, I got a couple things that I wrote down. Okay. All right. So, why am I doing this? I think I answered this. But anyway, why I'm doing this is because I know that there are a lot of people out here who could really use what I have and what I know. I also know that the time is coming where, especially this particular thing, is going to be very necessary. Okay? There are a lot of businesses out here, a lot of businesses who hate this particular task. I've also looked into the reasons why they go overseas. Okay, we don't like it. We don't like to hear. We don't like any of those things. Thank you so much, Gas Man. Let me open up your picture. Gas Man, what high school you went to, Gas Man? I went to Jones and Evans, but I don't know if you my age. I be 47, or you might be my god sister them age. They older than me, but they graduated like Oak Ridge and stuff. But all right, so let me answer the question why he's saying that. So why am I doing this? So for that, so I can be able to pour into, again, I cannot stress enough how I refuse to be the only person in my community prospering. Your gift don't make room for you. I got a lot of gifts that have been cultivated. So you probably my god sister them age. What school you went to? And I'm going to pour into my community as best I can. And not only am I going to pour into, the more we invest, I'm going to be able to pay other people who have skill sets that I don't to come into the community space. You know, that'll be a part of the membership. You know, some people might do it for us, you know, for what we have going. And then some people I might have to pay. Hey, we need what you have. I know this your thing. When can you be available? We book them or whatever we need to do, but we got to get it because we're going to be, I'm doing this ultimately so we have options and choices for what we want to do with ourselves, our families, our bodies, and our lives. Okay. Who is this for? And if y'all have a question, y'all go ahead. I'm just going with the ones that I had because I thought y'all was going to be, but I'm pretty good at giving information. Who is it for? Those who want to have something of their own, whether you are working still at your job or not. This is a service that you will be able to do on your days off, especially if you have days off during the week, and something that you can do at night. Okay, so if you get off after hours for Eastern and Central time, guess what? You can still do this for those on the West Coast. Okay, and the reason that I say that will be in the teaching. This is not like dispatching, okay, where you need to be available. Nope. This is something that you can literally do anytime. It'll just be more options for you if you are available. But this is still something that you can do. Okay. Um, I talked about how much it'll be. So it's going to range from 3 to 4 figures. Okay. It's going to range from 3 to 4 figures. Um, Let me look. I had a few things, but I'm still looking, y'all, because I don't want to miss. So y'all good. Nobody has any questions? Is that because all of the information that's been given, or y'all just like, no, I ain't got nothing to say? Um, oh, so the first, okay, let's talk about the payments. Since we on the payment, let's give all things payment, okay? You have, with all three options, half is due when enrollment opens, which is going to be, it was going to be Friday, this Friday, but it's I'm going to put it to next week Wednesday, because I wanted people to, be able to have their money. The first was last week. So if you got paid this week, I wanted you to be, have it available. Hold on to it to next week Wednesday. Now, if you are somebody that wants to go ahead and pay now, okay, send me an email to support@emmteenest.com. Okay, and we'll go ahead and get you your invoice. I'll go ahead and tell you what needs to be told. Anyway, so you have the first half is due immediately. The rest is going to be due. Let me get it right. So the class is July the 16th. Oh, time is to be announced. I'm gonna get the time as soon as I complete everything with the PowerPoint, because I'm gonna see how long it takes me to do the run through, that sort of thing. Okay, so it's July the 16th. So the first payment enrollment is going to open next week Wednesday. Okay, enrollment is going to end on that Friday. The second installment is going to be due July the 1st. Okay, July the 1st. The reason that it is going to be due, y'all welcome, July the 1st is because I need that entire 2 weeks to make sure that I have everything that everybody is going to need in their email and in their hand. Y'all know I get excited. It's hard for me to hold stuff, but that's all I'm gonna say about that. And not only that, it also gives time. So if anybody gonna try to do a chargeback on me, which let me tell you now, I'm telling y'all now, everything gonna be done through Stripe, and I done signed up for all of them contracts that they got ironclad. There are no refunds. No refunds. This is what I'm telling you now. Think it through, because you will get the recording. You will get the recording. Please, y'all, I'm telling y'all. And I'm serious about that, because I don't give y'all no reason to have to play me like that. I can't. So that allows time for, if a chargeback gonna try to happen, I'm gonna see it before, because you heard me say all payments got to be completed 2 weeks before, so everybody has everything that they need in their email and in their hand. Okay, pick up what I'm putting down. And I'll be darned if you got something in your hand, but you done did a chargeback on me. Okay. All right. Listen, I'm trying to put together for you nice. Okay. And that's, let me hush, because I get too excited. So again, there you can do payments twice. Now, let me say this. If you do the full payment one time, okay, there's going to be a cost difference for you, which is going to be on the landing page when I roll it out. So just know that when enrollment happens, if you're paying 2 times, you got to pay in full. But your first deposit has to be half of whatever you select. It has to be half. And then the second payment is going to be due. So that first payment, open enrollment, is Wednesday, June the 22nd. Hello. You save by paying in full, correct. And the savings will be on there. Like I said, y'all, I'm not doing all that talking this time. Oh, let me tell you about the landing page. Won't be no peekaboo. Is you're going to fill that out. When I tell y'all I'm not providing anybody any more certain things free, you're not going to be able to go on there and look and copy and paste all my stuff. And then tomorrow, on the 23rd, you coming out with a course and with everything in. And I done that. I done that. She did. So you're going to have, it's an intake. You're going to fill it out. You're going to get the information. You're going to receive the email. And in the email is going to have all of the things. But you're going to give me something. Even if it's your email and I email you down until you unsubscribe on me. Listen, the Lord does send me the people to pull me together on this end. So when the community get going, I'll be able to take care of it. See, sometimes you got to go back. Sometimes you have to go back. Okay. So everybody got that, because I'm gonna move on to the next thing, but I need to, money be the most important part for the people. Money be the most important part for the people. Okay, so the top tier, let's talk about the top tier. That's going to be the most expensive one, but that is also the one you get the max. Woo! Everybody gonna get good. Now y'all, this me. Come on, this me. So it's gonna be 3 tiers. All 3 will be taught the same day, but what you're getting is your time slot. So let's say, for example, I get everything together, I do a run through, and I realize that it's going to take, from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., right? If you're in tier 1, okay, your teaching, your part, may be from 8 till 11. Okay, excuse me, I got the hiccups. When we break at 11, you're done. Okay, when we come back from break, tier 2, your time may be from 8 a.m. and then your part, let's say, ends at 1. Okay, when we break at 1, you're done. And then third tier, you come back. When we come back from the 1 o'clock break, you're there until 4. Okay, because I don't see the sense in, for time purposes either, especially when the basic information is all the same. So we're gonna come in here on the same day and we'll do, the time breakdown. Okay. Anybody have any other concerns when it comes to the money? I'm going to give you play by play at the time of enrollment what you're getting for your tier. Let's say how much have it set up is tier 1. I'm going to have all of the things that is included. If you want to sign up for that, you're going to do your thing. It's going to take you forward, and then you'll see the cost. So you will have the option to go through all 3 of them and see everything, and then you go look at the cost. Okay. All right. So again, open enrollment. Oh, let's talk about the tier 3. Tier 3 is going to have limited people because I'm going to be available for tier 3 for a month. Okay. So that's going to be like a VIP. That's going to be, the one. Um, no, Tracy. No, this is not. I already yeah, price was the big question. So this is what I said about price because I will not be putting it on here. It'll be where you see all that you need to see. So it's going to be a uh-huh, 3 to 4 figure payment. So there's 3 tiers. So we know there's going to be the investment is going to be for 3 to 4 figures. Um, let me say this because 3 to 4. Let me tell you something. So y'all can tell by the way I'm speaking that I've been talking to people, because y'all know how serious I am about verbiage. So now I have to be able to learn and speak the verbiage. Um, but I realized that 3 to 4 figures, that kind of sound intimidating. So let me just give you a little perspective. It sounds good, don't it? It sounds real, ooh, and important. But $1,000 is a 4 figure, y'all. Okay. No, I did not say it's going to be $1,000, but what I'm putting in perspective for you is what 4 figures is. But it's going to be a 3 to 4 figure investment. See how it changes the way that it's presented. All right, because I'm good. I got the professionalism, but now I need to make sure I speak the verbiage. All right. Um. So let me say this while we're talking about the verbiage, y'all. As I continue to go, and y'all have already been saying it anyway, I'm not real big on titles. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna be calling myself. You call me what you feel like it, but I'm not gonna be out here saying, hey, it's Marian, your girl, coach. So I'm really not here for that because I just, it gives me cringe. Because coach means something different to me. So I'm gonna be whatever it is I'm gonna be. But there's 2 things. I ain't in the titles and I don't have a niche. I have multiple things going on when it comes to that. So I'm not gonna be tied to. But I will say I will be tied to admin services. I will be tied to, leadership and service. So I will be in that space, but in a whole lot of ways. Okay. So I will not be publicly providing the amount. Let me say that now, but just know it is a 3 to 4 figure investment. When it is posted, everything that each tier has, you'll be able to read that. You'll be able to click on it, fill out your information, and move forward and see what the price is. Okay. I'm not. What I will not do is make you make a payment. I ain't gonna do that. Here is your card. No. Well, that'll be the part where you put the card. Anyway, that's the word that I use too, Tiana. I have that on all of my stuff. Thank you for allowing me to be your guide. Okay, thank you for allowing me to guide you into. Let me guide you into. Guide is the perfect word for me. And it's safe and it feels good to me. Y'all, that's gonna be some stuff y'all see me talk about too. If something don't feel good to you or make you feel right or make you don't operate in that space. Y'all know I've been quiet, right? My phone is off. The only people that can text me is my virtual assistant, my best friend, my kids, and my husband. I don't receive calls or text messages from anyone else because I'm in consecration. So I answer the people who are in my groups, in my spaces. I see everything that they do. Sometimes it takes me a little bit longer, but I don't receive from anybody because sometimes I get aggravated and annoyed. And when I'm trying to be in a space, I don't need to hear from nobody who, child, or did you see? I can't get in that, especially now. Okay. So if you've been sending me a message or whatever, I ain't got it. When I turn my phone back on, probably gonna see a whole lot. Anyway, sidetracking, my bad. So let me see what else I have written that might be a question. So I know that cost is at the top. The tiers, I've already told y'all about this. On the list. LOL, I understand. Right. hey, you know, So that's it, y'all. Y'all good? Y'all welcome. Okay, so let me talk about this. You have to protect your peace in it. Yes, I had to. I had to. And that phone vibrating, and that's why I don't be real keen on giving people my number. And sometimes you have to give people your number for certain things, but they, anyway. So one of hold on, let me get back and we'll go back to my notes. Y'all, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Y'all know I be real passionate about stuff. Um, this gonna be good, y'all. This gonna be good. Dispatching. If you, well, okay. Here's another question. Do I have to have experience or already have a business to be able to do this? No. However, comma, I got the t-shirts up too. However, comma, get your however, comma t-shirt. You need to be a subject matter expert. Get your t-shirt. Get your subject matter t-shirt. You can hit my Instagram. Y'all see it's on my Instagram. I don't know if it's on my YouTube, my Facebook. I need to post my store. But anyway, the reason that I say that is because you have to know what you're talking about. And you're also going to, now I'm gonna teach. I'm gonna teach. Whatever you tier, I'm gonna teach. Don't get it twisted. If you make it into that 30 day, if you make it in, to that top tier one, because y'all not gonna need the whole 30 days, but I'm telling you. So here's the thing. If you are a dispatcher, this is gonna be lucrative and whatever, but if you're a dispatcher, you're really gonna hit the jackpot. You need to know how to dispatch. You need to know about dispatching. Even if you don't dispatch, you need to research it down. My YouTube page will help you, or get a course. If you are wanting to take the dispatching course because you want to have a dispatching business, but you also, because those of us who are dispatching, who get into the dispatching space, you know that all the time there's not a yes, or you also know that when you do those call callings, sometimes you know that you don't want that lead. You don't want it. You're going to put a check on it. You might even go through the whole interview process, but you know that you don't want it. Okay. Here's another thing for those who are interested. For those who are going to be in those top tier, you're going to make it your business. Start thinking about what you want to call your cold calling, lead generating, ... Y'all, I can't talk. Start thinking of what you want to have your name. Start thinking of what you want to call it. Especially those in that top tier. Because baby, this is gonna be a whole separate business for you. And this tier two, but that's not all the way, like this here. But anyway, so I want y'all to start thinking about that. Start thinking about that. Now, let me talk to my people who like, man, I am not in position to make no investment. Oh man, it's just gonna be something that's gonna be paid. Oh man, please. Okay, like I told y'all the other day, I have knocked the chill off cold calling services. And then I have Carrier Connect. Now, operating in that space, if I have something that is people are going to pay for, and that they are going to be able to start their own business, please believe that there's going to be an offset. However, the offset is not going to be what the people who paid did. That's they made their investment. Because we got to understand this, y'all. Because there's some people out here who really think that they're supposed to get what somebody who paid $10,000 got for the free. No. But let's understand, there is room. Okay. And I know, y'all know that I know everything people cannot afford or should not, won't have to be an investment. But be prepared. Okay, just don't expect to be provided a business when you have it. But just know that you'll be able to be about your business and you'll be able to assist. And I will put that right there. I do. I have something for you. Okay, cost effective and free. They still some foundational. They're just not my core, huh? So if you are interested in dispatching, okay, this is about to sound real altar callish. If there be one? If there is anybody who is needing the dispatch course, okay, and you are prepared to pay your $4.99, there is an investment to the level you want to succeed. Exactly, exactly. Um, Send me an email to support at, well, you ain't sending it to me, you're sending it to my virtual assistant. But anyway, send an email to, because I had to get hands off some stuff, stress me out. Support at Emmteenest.com. Support at EMMT, TEENEST.com. Now, let me be clear. When you send this email, you need to say, I need a link to pay for the course. My VA don't play. She watches my lives. So I'm providing you this email for something specific. If she sees your email talking about, hey, Miss Marian, I need to, and can I talk to you? And can you call me? And can anything outside of, can you provide me with the link to purchase this course? She is not going to respond. And she had to take that on my plate because I was going to respond. So I'm sorry, repeat the statement. What was the what part? If there's anybody who wants to take the dispatching course, LaShonda, to send me an email to support at Emmteenest.com requesting the link to pay for the course. Did I finish what I was saying about if you know how to dispatch, this is going to be really good for you. But this service will also show you, y'all know I didn't come from transportation. So the teaching will be able to be applied wherever you want it to go. The thing that you will have to do is you're going to have to research where you're going if you are not a subject matter expert. If you are not, good at something. That's the only thing. But it can apply anywhere, and the foresight that I have for it, this is definitely going to be something that can be very lucrative for you. And you could be gainfully employed, you can and did I tell you? I'm slipping. So I'm providing y'all this. Y'all know I operate experience and application. My bad, I jumped the gun. I thought it was cold calling. My bad. Yeah, no, we still on that, but I put that, just for people who want to know, and who need to know where it is, because I told y'all I'm changing platforms, so you will definitely have to send an email, warning that. So Knock the Chill Off Cold Calling Services, okay, is a service. When I started, I provided it out here in these transportation streets. I yielded a lot of money very fast, but I also yielded scammy people very fast. So one of the most hated things is cold calling. People hate it. They don't like it. They don't want to do it. They throw money at it. A lot of that time is because they don't know what to do, what to say, and how to. This is why you want to get in, why to get in is good. Me, if you have experienced me, if you have watched me, I've done a live interview. I have an ebook called My Homeboy Said in the Shopify store. It is a big hit out here because there is a method and a strategy to doing these things. And you have to know what to say, when to say. You need to know what needs to be scripted and what needs to be conversational and when. So there's a method. And once you know that method in its entirety and all the directions that you could take it in, Y'all gonna be, ain't nobody gonna be ready for y'all. As a matter of fact, you're gonna be highly sought after. And I'm just gonna speak that. But I'm providing you with something that I know works, that I have done. Okay. I will also be providing you with the do's and the don'ts. Again, I will be providing you with contracts. I will be providing you with everything that you're going to need. Pricing. Now, here's the thing about pricing. Okay. You can charge what you want. Will people pay it? That ain't none of our business. But I'm going to provide you with the amounts that I was doing and I was using that was people thought was fair. And that's why the money was. Now, I'm telling y'all what happened. I am not telling you that it's going to be easy and that the money going to be jumping out at you right now. And that's because we don't know what Grace going to do. Okay? We don't know. But you will have the information. You will have the lead and you will have the go get them. Okay? And watch. You all probably see it now. There's somebody going through Facebook saying that they're cold calling. They'll do cold callings for you for $1 or $10 or something. Something like that. Anybody who cold calls knows that it can be fast or it can be slow. But the way that I'm going to teach you how to do these cold callings, if somebody even told you they'll give you $10, you will look at them like Russell Westbrook on that meme. What? Like what? Okay. Oh, I can't wait, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm excited. Anyway, any more? No questions, no concerns, no nothing. I was that clear. Okay, that much information. Okay, then. Well, all right. Let me see if I have any more. Okay. There's a couple things that you're going to need to be, but I am not the governor and I will not be policing these things. You know you. So, you'll have to have a strong self-starting and self-motivation is going to be the number one thing. Understanding that you have to put in the work. You have to have a strong work ethic. You can't have your feelings on your shoulders. You got to understand that you will not get everybody to say yes. Okay, but the ones that you do, woo, and I'm gonna make sure that I provide every piece of information in every way that you can. Okay. Um, have an idea. I said this one already. Have an idea about the industries that you want to service. And know that your level of customer service has to be on a meal. It has to be. Let me tell you something. You can fluff your way through anything if your service is on point. Tone. Woo. Tone, tone, tone. Match what they're giving. And if what they're giving is negative, make them match what you're giving. I didn't say energy because I don't subscribe to that. And I don't understand trying to match nobody energy. That's draining. Who got that to give? If they are at a space that you should be, rise up to where they are. If they are not in a space that you need them to be, bring them. Tone is a beast. Okay? Tone, y'all know I was in quality. Okay? And I would deem you if you were lazy on that phone. Okay? Because this is your bread and butter. And no, I can't make you do it. No, I will not be policing you. Yes, in some of the tiers, you all will be having soft phone options. Let me get off here. Because I'm going to bring y'all life together. Be there or no. It's going to be ready. It's going to be ready. Let me. Let me. So y'all good? All hearts and minds are clear? So I done covered everything. Y'all know about the money. You know it's gonna be a 3 to 4 figure investment. You know what you're gonna be, need to be done. If somebody types the email, I can pin it. So if you need the course, you need the link for the course, send an email to support@empteenest.com. Oh, you can't put it, excuse me. If you try to type that here, it's gonna put it as spam, Gina. So you got to put support space at space empty nest logistics, and then you got to write the word dot and com. Yeah, you got to trick the system over here on TikTok. I don't see it. Maybe I missed it. No, I don't see it. Tiana. There you go. Reply. Hold on. See how to pin it. No, I don't want to block. I want to pin. Oh, you know what? Put it as a question. Um, does it allow you to put it like you're asking a question? That's how I can pin it. Out. But y'all see it right there. All right. Yeah, if y'all have the thing for the question, put it there and then I can pin it like that. But y'all good. I'm excited. I'm ready. Again, the landing page will come out Wednesday. Get the dates right. Next week. So Wednesday, the 22nd, your first installment will be due, which is half of whatever tier you get. And it has to be completed. Your final payment has to be completed July the 1st. All right. And then the training is going to be Saturday, July the 16th. All right. All hearts and minds are clear. All right. Thank y'all so much for being here. You could have been anywhere, but here, but you decided to pass by here and give me just a few minutes of your time. And I hope I did right by you. Oh, yes, I do. So I will get on here a little bit later and talk to y'all and just watch over the next week because I will be making more postings by the day. They're gonna get more professional by the day. My hair gonna be combed and everything. But I appreciate y'all and I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good one.